Hey everyone, Reptile Sam here. So today I want to talk to you about a really cool project I completed. My very own, made from scratch, handmade snake rack. But first, I want to give you guys a shout out to an organization I support that I really like. The South Carolina Partners in Amphibian and Reptile Conservation. They do great work around the state of South Carolina, and if you're looking for a great herpetology-based organization to support and donate, I highly recommend SC Park, the Partners in Amphibian and Reptile Conservation. So with that note, let's get started talking about my handmade snake rack. First things first, I gotta give credit where it's due. My dad, Reptile Ron, helped me draw out the blueprints for this awesome hatchling, juvenile and subadult snake rack. How cool is this thing? So this has plenty of levels with tubs for hatchlings, some tubs for juveniles, including my spouse's little normal ball python right here, and subadult racks. So let's get started. How did we do this? What did we buy? How did we cut materials? All that and more coming up right now. So the first thing is a 4 foot by 8 foot sheet of PVC. That was used to make both sides and that back panel right there, as well as a couple of these shelving units. Additionally, you're going to want to buy 3 4 foot by 2 foot sheets of PVC, and that'll give you the rest of these shelves. Lastly, you're going to need some pine board to help support it, but you want your pine board to be a top support, a bottom support, and back supports. Why do you want that? Well, let me tell you. So the pine board can warp with humidity. You don't want that. PVC will not warp with humidity. So the pine board being the top above your high rack, you want for about your PVC, your tub's humidity warping that wood. At the bottom, it keeps your lowest level from being directly on the ground where it would be colder. So it almost provides a bit of insulation. And then at the back, it helps provide some great supports, as it's a really strong substance that you can anchor your PVC into. So, and of course, you'll need a good drill, a good screwdriver, a lot of screws that are graded for plastic, a good bit of time on your hands, and a circular saw. So each shelf is 24 inches across by 16 inches deep. So with those 4 foot by 2 foot sheets, all you've got to do is cut them into 3 separate strips. You've got 3 shelves. So that's easy enough, right? For this particular shelving unit, I purchased a 30-foot strip of 3-inch flex heat tape from Reptile Basics. I highly recommend you get your tape from them because it'll be pre-crimped and ready to go, and it's the exact amount to the inch that you need for this project. So you can see here, I went and made cuts right above the shelf on every level all the way down for my heat tape. So what does that do? That allows me to, no pun intended, snake the heat tape all the way down bottom of each layer and out each side from the top to the bottom. So how is it secured down? Well, let's look at it. Let's pull this tub out. That is aluminum heat tape. So your heat tape itself is the area with the bars and the copper. This aluminum tape right here is used to secure it down. And the aluminum heat tape will not conduct heat like other tapes could, and it won't melt. So no matter what your thermostat is set at, you'll be fine.
Always use a thermostat. So my heat tape is plugged into this thermostat, which is set to 95 degrees with the probe directly on the heat tape, which means that inside each tank will be dropped about 5 to 10 degrees off of this temperature. So always use a thermostat with your reptiles.
And that pertains especially with heat tape and under tank heating. With overhead heat lamps, you can use your 12-hour day cycle something like that. But with under tank heating elements, always have a thermostat on your reptiles. So the biggest parts of this project, as you'll see, will be getting all the supplies you need. So it's a big investment, but it's still going to be cheaper than buying a prefabricated rack system from, granted, very good companies like Black Box or Animal Plastics or Vision, which are fantastic and very professional. But this will save you a ton of money. Even though it's going to cost you a couple $100, it won't cost you several $100s. So if you have some time, a little bit of ingenuity, and you trust yourself with some power tools, I recommend building your own snake rack. Maybe down the line, you might want to buy one, really professional made, spend some more money on it. That's your call. But right now, for me and what I need, building my own rack was the way to go. So let's see what all I can fit in this rack, okay? So for me, the best way to get each tub in there securely without needing a lid is every time I was ready to do a new level, I'd put in tubs, put the PVC sheet, shelf, on top, drill my pilot holes down each side, then screw each one in, remove the tubs, put them in the next level, pilot holes with a new PVC, screw it in all the way up, okay? So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 spots up to 21 hatchlings, or if I wanted to use lids on them, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36 hatchlings. However, I made my bottom several units, these bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big enough to hold up to a total of 10 juvenile tubs, or up to 5 sub-adult tubs. Every tub for this project I ordered from the Container Store. So we have their small shoebox, the large shoebox, and the boot box. So these tubs are a lot cheaper than tubs you'll find on professional reptile companies' websites. Maybe they're not as good. You might need to shave off some of the feet on them, but otherwise you'll be a-okay. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you like this rack as much as I do. It took a bit of time to build it, to get the measurements right, but overall in the end I'm super thrilled with how this thing turned out, and I can't wait to fill it with hatchling snakes and hopefully sell them to you guys. So remember, if you're interested in what I've got to offer, check out my Instagram at reptile.sam, and I will soon be coming to Morph Market and have a website ready for all of my sales. So that's just a reminder for y'all. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel. And until next time, I'm Reptile Sam. Happy New Year, and enjoy this video. And I hope that you too can build your own snake rack.